Sound like Mr. Garrison.
That's right. They thought they were cool. Well, how cool are you today? Can y'all make up a rap song about this?
Hello and welcome to episode 5 of Get Ranked. And time is money and I ain't got none, so let's get right into introducing our panel. First up, we got my co-host, Ryan Legion. How's it going, man?
What is going on, man? Welcome to Get Ranked, and we got a great panel. I will start with, of course, the two gentlemen that I was on a stream with earlier. We're talking about Star Trek Picard, episode 9 of season 3. That would be Samuel for president. What is up? I will vote for you, sir.
Hey, fellas, glad to be here. Thank you, Devil, for inviting me, and I'm very happy to be Alex Murphy in the thumbnail.
And Mr. Itap is here.
What is going on, everybody? It is he, it is me, PWD, Tep Wakuian from the Place to Be Reviews, right back here with all of yous. It's good to be here, man. Thank you for having me, Devil. Ryan, good to see you.
Good to see you, buddy.
Samuel, nice to meet you. And
Pleasure, sir.
Culture, always good to see you, my brother.
And lastly, and certainly not least, the man who has more experience probably on YouTube than any of us combined, Culture Casino.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. It sounds like we're going to get ranked. I can't wait. Looking forward to this. Let's jump in because there's like a lot of films to talk about.
Yes, there is. And we're going to say hi to the chat because, of course, the first person on the chat is Dermy Wormy, who says gay.
He was
Hi, Jeremy.
Not just gay, but gay. And then, of course, Horny Alf says Dermy is prepping his rebuttal video already. Yes, he is. And Tina Bojan, also known as Bad Take, says, good evening, friends. We love Tina here. Dermy also says, seriously, dude, get ready for to be targets of my anger. You're gonna target the bottom two people of your anger. Good luck with that, dude. Good luck with that one. I look forward to the early morning stream. And Dermy says, I will trade Ryan for extra 0.
I'll take Dermy's anger like he takes dicks.
Oh, no,
that sounds mean.
Is that frequently?
Often.
Yes, it's all the time.
Okay.
That's why he's
Vigorously
on the show right now.
enthusiasm.
Yeah. All right, that's
Dermy's kind of like our Lofty Pixels. If
Yes.
Lofty was extremely retarded instead of mildly retarded.
okay.
Fair enough.
Ryan, why don't you read the rules and then we'll bring up the chart.
All right, I will read the rules here on Twitter. Here's how this works. I will present every choice, and you guys will have the opportunity for healthy debate Using wow, did a lawyer write this? I'm just kidding, dude. A group of criteria help you decide where you think it ranks. And at the end, you will all tell me where it should be sitting on the list. At the end, I will give you guys one last opportunity for adjustments in case you change your mind before we lock it in. If you guys find yourself being deadlocked, as in, tied, you guys will give Devil Made Me Do It your best arguments, and then he will decide where it should land. Other than that, the only rules are please don't break terms of service. Of course, all of us have YouTube channels, so we understand that. Because one of the few things more power than the devil are YouTube gods. Yes. I like that. I like that final part, dude. That's pretty good.
Yeah. The judging criteria are believability of the character, longevity of the character. Do people still remember the character, years after the movies are done? Originality of the character, and then the X factor, which is pretty much anything you guys want to judge them on. If you want to judge them, on their wardrobe, I don't care. It's your choice on that particular thing. All right.
Fair enough.
Here is
let's do it.
Our list.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Okay. Here we go. So we have Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible, John Rambo, John McClane, Ellen Ripley, The Bride, Indiana Jones, Martin Riggs, the T-800, Neo, Dirty Harry, Mad Max. You have Maverick. You have James Bond, Conan, Dominic Toretto. You have Dutch. You have John Wick. Expendables. Oh, what the hell is his name on the Expendables? Bernie Ross. Yeah, that's right. The Transporter. The Olympus Has Fallen. Another one I can't remember his name. Doesn't matter.
Mike Banning.
You're better at this than I am.
I'm looking at your list.
Born.
Yeah, I got the list pulled up.
Yeah. RoboCop. You have Jack Ryan, Snake Plissken, Blade, Selena, Rocky, Brian Mills, The Equalizer, Maximus, The Man with No Name, and Jack Sparrow.
Holy shit! How many are going to be in an S and A tier on this one? Like, seriously?
Yeah, there's a lot of good characters in action movies. Let's see. Okay, so we'll start right at the beginning. Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible kind of makes sense since the new movie's out. What do you guys think of this guy?
A.
Well, I mean, based on all the criteria, yeah, he's got to be an A-level character.
Yeah, I can say A tier with him. I'm not the biggest Mission Impossible fan, and I vaguely remember 1 and 2 because those are the only ones I've seen. But I mean, the guy, yeah, I would say A tier.
What about you, Samuel?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably drop him down to B just because, like he tipped. The only one I ever watched was the first one, and I didn't like it. But in terms of, and so like your criteria here, like believability, like there's some crazy shit that happens in that movie. But longevity, I think though, puts him probably up to A because I mean, obviously they're still making movies that, another one just came out. I don't know about originality. I mean, obviously it's based on an old television show.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's kind of a typical spy. It's not too,
Yeah, there's nothing that really stands out about Ethan Hunt besides Tom Cruise.
Yeah, and they have to hide how short he is, so there's a.
So I would probably consider bumping him up to A, but I think initially I'm going to go with B.
Okay, so we had 3 A's, 1 B. So you've been overruled. A. Okay, next up, John Rambo. So how do you guys feel about
I'm
First
going with
Blood?
Going with that.
Are we just talking First Blood or are we talking the whole series?
No, you whole
series.
series.
Whole series. Legacy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Believability with that gets harder.
It gets dicey.
dicey.
Later on. It's the suspension of disbelief.
They get goofy.
I'm not talking about the last one with all the tunnels because that's plausible. Like, there's people preppers that have setups like that, but it's the middle ones. Like, what was it, Rambo? There, the later, like late 2000s. Was that Rambo? What
Yeah.
was that? Which one?
Yeah. When it came back, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, that-
It kind of had a revival.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't dislike the movie, but if we're looking at believability of it, there's a lot of issues with that. The later you get into the franchise,
I do like that the first one it really kind of showed you how people coming back from Vietnam were, how it really, the PTSD and stuff. And I think that does work for it, but it's your guys' list. So wherever you think.
Yeah, no, that's actually a pretty good point. Because of believability, I'd probably drop it to a B.
Yeah, the first movie, the very first movie, I mean, was very,
Incredible.
believable. It was an incredible movie, incredible performance. And the character was much richer than he becomes more shallow as the series goes on. And I think for that reason, I would probably drop him down to a B. If it was just the first movie alone, I'd put him in S tier.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yes.
I'm a big Stallone fan, and after kind of like the debate, I'd say B.
What about you,
And
Culture?
I'm going to have to do it for the very same reason. I mean, it's almost like ETAP and I have the same brain today. It's when you get further down the line, the believability just goes out the window. And that really, it takes a hit. If we were ranking just the first film, I mean, that would be something else entirely. So all of you, I think we're all kind of the same place. I think it's a B. It might even bump itself down to a C, at points in time. I mean, there's various things that happened in the Afghanistan-based film that I was just like, that
Rambo
is
3.
bologna sausage. Yeah. So, so there you are.
Is that the one where he helps the Taliban?
Yes.
Sorry, Culture.
No,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah.
I thought that was like, I knew there. No, I'm sorry. I interrupted you. No.
Oh, I don't care. Yeah, go ahead.
No.
I'm not important. Go ahead.
But no,
you guys are so polite. When Tina was here, she was cussing at people. It was ridiculous.
Oh, Tina's got potty mouth. What a terrible person.
I think she threatened a couple people. It was awful.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's spicy. She's spicy.
All right, John McClane.
Same problem as Rambo.
See,
Die
this is one of my favorite movies, like overall, is Die Hard. Not the series.
Yep.
Just the first movie. I will go to the second, even the third. After that, missed me. I didn't watch any of them. I didn't. After the third one, I stopped.
Well,
I have seen all of them, unfortunately.
Well,
I have
unbelievability.
The last one was terrible.
Yeah, on believability, it's the actor who makes you believe this is a real person. This character is not just character; it's a person, and I'm sorry, he was perfect as John McClane. You believed him to be that smart ass detective. That's just my opinion. Like I said, don't let it any way taint your guys' opinion. But I love John McClane. I love.
I got no argument there with
Jeremy,
with
eat
John
a dick,
McClane.
all right, and move on. How about that?
I got no argument with what you just said there, Devil, as far as Bruce Willis as John McClane, and I think that he really embodies that role again in Die Hard. But like when you get to Die Hard 3, which I love that movie, but there's some stunts in that there's no way a normal guy is ever getting up from.
Oh yeah,
no.
Yeah.
And so like believability starts to go out of the window in the third movie.
I'm a person that liked what was the last one? What was the last one where they were in Russia? That one was terrible.
Well, I actually enjoyed Live Free or Die Hard.
I loved Live Free or Die Hard. Now, is it the first Die Hard? No, because the first Die Hard is S tier all day long. But Live Free or Die Hard, I'd say B. But it's that very last, like the fifth movie is The Void. It is bad. I did not like it.
They were just forcing them at the end. They're just like
I think that John McClane suffers from the same thing that Rambo does. I would probably put him at like a B plus, and Rambo at a solid B. But yeah, I'm gonna say a B.
Okay, so Ryan's a B. Where are you guys?
Yeah, I'll agree with Ryan for now on that. a lot of these guys, the longevity comes from the fact that the actors keep playing them. Like they haven't recast these roles, and at a certain point, it's just like, okay, dude, you're like 75. Maybe stop jumping out of airplanes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
Yeah.
except again, Ethan Hunt is played by an aging superstar. But no, I think
Tom Cruise is in it is 60.
and we still believe that he can jump him because he does it. He actually does this.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, I think it's a B. I think all of us agree.
Yeah, I gotta go. As much as, like I said, if it was just based on the first one, I would go S tier. But if we're looking at the entire franchise, it suffers the same fate as Rambo, and it's a B.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Dermy's gonna lose his shit. Okay.
Yeah. Dermy's gonna lose his shit tomorrow. It's gonna be fun to.
Ellen Ripley. Now that's the panty scene alone. She should get an S tier, right?
Well, yeah,
Agreed.
that was
my
the
childhood.
first one. That was the first one
Agreed.
right there.
Yeah.
Was that your sexual awakening?
Yes. I was humping the
forget how
TV
much-
screen at that
forget
point.
I forget how much older I am than you guys. So, but that's fine. That's
I
fine.
think I have to be honest. I think that Ellen Ripley suffers the exact same thing that
Yes.
that
She was a
that-
very real character in that first movie, a very real,
Well,
believable person.
we have to.
No,
we
I
have
would
to.
agree.
We have to look at that. Probably all these are going to have massive diminishing returns. So we have to start looking mostly at just like where try to consider the other stuff too, like the rememberability. Are you going to remember these characters till the day you die, or are they going to be a flash in the pants and you never really think of them again? You have to like take into consideration all the things, because every one of them is going to have diminishing returns.
That's
So-
true. Oh well, I mean, I didn't get that list, but okay.
I said the criteria.
Did you? You didn't send it to me.
Yeah, it's on the end of the doc. Believability. So do you believe that they are the character?
Did I not scroll down?
Longevity. How long did the character? Not only did the movies last, but how the character stood with you. How memorable are they? Originality of the character, and then the X factor. And that's where you guys, like I said, can choose. The X factor is what you guys want. So, like I said, if you wanted to go off their hairstyles, that's your choice.
Apparently, I'm
The
a
X
bad
factor
co-host.
is you.
Well, the X factor for Ellen Ripley is she looked great in her underwear.
Oh
Mhm.
hell yeah! she gave me
No,
something.
No, Devil, you only sent me a screenshot of what I had. It said
No, the
you know,
doc. I sent it to you. DM'd you like on Monday. I always
Did
DM
you?
like the Monday. Yeah,
Did you?
you
I
never pay
don't-
attention to my DMs. I send you all those naughty pictures and you just ignore them.
Dermy, you son of a bitch. Oh, there's gonna be some
Okay.
fighting going on. Okay.
So
I would
Well-
put I would put Ellen up in the A category, though. I would, not just for the underwear, although that does play a part, but because I think that as far as original characters go, on this list, like she's not based on anything. She's kind of
Yeah.
wholly her own person. She was only in the 4 movies, but those 4 movies were stretched from like 1979 to like 1990, what, 6?
Mhm.
yeah,
Something like that.
Yes.
Also, yeah, the believability is a lot more on par
Mhm.
with, like, I would say the Mission Impossible's Ethan Hunt, because Rambo and John McClane, as much as I love those movies, especially Die Hard, they get so hokey, and it's like, dude, you would have a broken back.
Yeah.
Right. And even when you get to the 4th movie where she's a hybrid clone, right? That's believable in the setting that she's in. It's believable that the corporation would do something like that and would
Yeah.
do it to her.
Mhm.
As terrible as that movie is, the circumstances surrounding that character and what happens with that character, I don't have any issue with at all. I think it works. So I will go with A, but
okay. So we got 1A. Where do you guys sit?
I look at it from terms of longevity of the character, like you said. Yeah, she's very, very memorable. Just in the terms alone that it was a female character in a movie that was made in 79. Alien came out 78
Yeah.
or 79.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and look at she's the bar between her and actresses like Linda Hamilton that were in the movies in the 70s, 80s, 90s. There's the bar. They set the bar. So we're to me, yeah, she's up there on that. And it's not just because she's a woman, but because it was a woman who is a excellent character, extremely well written, believable. For given the circumstances surrounding the movie, the plot, where it took place, the believability factor, I would agree would be there. So I put her in the A.
Yeah, and I loved how also she was an action lead. She did great. She was the hero, but she also kept her femininity. You know, they didn't make her into a man. They didn't fucking give her 6 pounds more muscle and make you want to like throw up. She was still sexy. She was feminine, but she was badass.
She was very vulnerable, and I think that's extremely significant. And the fact that
she's still sexy.
She had to adapt and overcome.
What about you, Culture?
You guys would be mad because I know you wanted to bang her when you were young, but she's a B. And it's a B character, and the reason, and for no other reason than it as time stretches on, things do. This is the problem. The longer these things carry on, right? It's either a big win or a slow loss. And I really believe this is a B tier, unfortunately, B tier franchise for no other reason than by the time you get to the last film, you're like,
yeah. What, Samuel? What was your choice?
It was.
Did you know you were A?
I think we have 3 A's and 1 B.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm a B. Okay, well, that's fine.
Well,
okay.
if she ended up in B, I'd have to hold her and console her. So I'd win.
That's a win-win.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Culture, you're on Dermy's list.
No.
You're supposed to be the chosen one.
I am.
You might have earned Dermy's wrath.
Okay. Nah.
He's like, oh
well.
Come on. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
He did a Thanos. He's like, I don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
The day you crossed paths with Culture Casino was the greatest day of your life. But for me, it was a Tuesday. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Derby. I love you, man.
No, he's
too late.
not.
He already
Dermy,
cut his wrist.
You're a loser. Fuck off.
In Minecraft.
Wow.
The Bride. Now I'll tell you, everyone thinks the actress, I can't remember her name, is
Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman.
Yeah. I'm not near as attracted to her. Maybe it's because I'm not as big on blondes, but
or feet.
Yeah. Or
Well,
feet.
yeah, dude, yeah. She's got water skis. Holy cow. Yeah.
But what do you think of The Bride?
Good. Not good with people.
I'm gonna. This will probably be a hot take. I'm gonna go with D.
Oh.
I'm right there with you, but I want to hear why.
I don't think there's believability in the movies.
I agree.
But Tina said C. I don't believe there's believability in the character. I don't think the legacy stands up. I think it's a mid-tier legacy at best. And it just, I don't know. It's too over the top. It's like watching Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon without the hidden dragon. It's like, all right, whatever. It's mediocre.
Bingo.
I'm gonna go with D.
Yeah, I concur 100%. But part of the reason for it, and some of this is bias. I'm not a Tarantino fan. I don't like his movies for the most part.
Neither am I.
There are a handful that I do like. The Kill Bill movies, I did see both of them in the theaters.
Yep.
I remember a couple of moments from those. There's nothing memorable about them, and what I do remember there was nothing original about them.
What I miss, what I remember most is the fact that Lucy Liu died in it, and I was like, man, I was kind of hoping Lucy Liu would kill her.
Yeah,
because Lucy Liu is better and hotter
It just is what it is. The whole thing was taken from like what Tarantino loved as a kid from Hong Kong movies and that sort of thing. Like there, but he didn't. He just basically remade all the stuff he loved as a kid. And this character, the bride, is generic. You could fill in the blank with anything there, and as far as longevity goes, like I said, I can't actually remember those movies, and I have a stupidly good memory for movies I see in the theater.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with D as well.
Okay. Culture, ETEP, where you guys sit?
I'll go first. I'll let ETEP pull up the rear here. This is well, I mean, it is Uma. Come on, ride the train. Anyway, yeah.
Ethan Hawke did it. I will.
There you go. Anyway, real quick, it's a C. This is a C level set of films, and the only reason that it rides higher, probably for me than you guys, is the director, not having anything to do with obviously the character of the bride played by Uma Thurman. Overall, I mean, there is rewatchability in these films for me. There is a lot here. Yes, the believability is absent, but that's the style of the movie. It lends itself to what's being presented. The overall aesthetic is appealing to me. She's fine as the character. But it takes a lot more to climb this ladder. And had there maybe been more Kill Bill films, as was rumored to be a possibility, maybe we'd have a different discussion. But I don't believe at this point that Uma could return and reprise this role. So
yeah. What about you, ETEP? Where do you feel?
I look at it like she got outshined by the Assassin Squad actresses. Yeah, Daryl Hannah, Lucy Liu. What was the other one? Oh God, was it Jesus?
It wasn't Jesus.
No, it wasn't Jesus. It was Space. It was Space Jeebus. What was the black chick? She was Will Smith's wife in
Jada
Independence
Pinkett
Day.
Smith.
No.
No. Not the one with the same haircut as me.
Yeah.
Is it
God, what is her name? I can see it off the top of my head.
Told you I couldn't remember the movies.
But
what the hell is her name?
But she like her whole the kitchen scene, the fight scene with her, because her daughter comes in and they're out there fighting, they have to stop. Anyway, I'm a Tarantino fan. These movies aren't it for me. It's Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs. Those I'm Jackie Brown. I like these two, but to get back to the character herself. No, I don't. I haven't rewatched either of these in over a decade.
Probably two decades for me.
Yeah, I mean, I probably, like I said, it's been at least, I would say. I'm going D. I'm okay. D tier with her.
So 3 Ds and a C.
Yep. The porn version was
There's
better.
a joke to be made there.
Yeah, I know there is.
The porn version was better. Instead of Katana, it was just aggressive scissoring. It was pretty good.
Jeremy will be at the end of that joke because he loves all the D.
Okay. Indiana Jones. I know the last one here has kind of tainted this a little bit, but how do you feel about?
Okay, I'm gonna take the lead on this one. I'm going to go with A because the believability of things that can happen is it's not like that he survives anything that's like drastically out of line. He gets cut, he gets hurt. The legacy is incredible, whether you like the whether you believe that there are Vivica Fox.
Vivica Fox.
God,
she was beautiful.
Thank you, Static. You are
I couldn't think of her name. I didn't look
are a champion.
Yeah.
The only reason I probably don't put it in S is because it does. I don't know. This is kind of weird for me. The legacy is without question. But I think the supernatural stuff takes the believability down, but at the same time, Indiana Jones is very human. He's very
Flawed.
flawed, vulnerable.
Mhm.
And that's not saying, I'm not talking about Dial Destiny being a piece of shit. I'm talking about the character itself. So I would teeter A, possibly S, with trying to take my bias out.
I'm gonna go hard S. And the reasons for that is like what Ryan was saying is about the legacy of the character. You put that silhouette with that hat up against any wall in the
yeah.
world, and he is instantly recognizable. You
Yep,
know
I would
who
agree.
that is. You hear that music, and you know
Dun, dun,
you're down for an
dun.
Yep.
adventure. And those first, as far as I'm concerned, they only ever made 3 movies and maybe some Young Indiana Jones series.
Okay.
Taking all that into account, even with the terribleness of the last 2 films, like I think that the first 3, the greatness of those trumps that. I do,
Incredible.
because like the character will last for ages, and as far as the believability and the supernatural stuff, that's part of the world that he's in. I can totally buy into that.
Yeah.
Can I address this real quick from Dumbass? And yes, that's his new nickname. From Jeremy Wormer, the last Indiana Jones movie actually proves that no one cares about him anymore. His star is gone. At one point, he was on top, but he is over now. You are so far from fucking being right. It's actually horrendous. Are you fucking retarded?
Oh my god.
Is that a serious
God.
question?
No, it's not, because the fact that Dermy just said that nobody cares about him anymore. No, that's why the last movie fucking flopped. You fucking homo.
I think that actually proves that people care about him. They care about this character, and I think that they will continue to care about this character regardless of the Dial of Destiny or Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Those I think have probably tainted a lot of people's feelings about the people who made the movies, but not about the character himself.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to stand the test of time. And I think he was, he's S tier for me.
My apologies, culture. I get a little worked up when it comes to Dermy because he's fucking retarded.
Even though he knows that the abuse he humps on freaking Dermy, I'm gonna get later tnight because I'm gonna be on
That
his late
doesn't
show.
sound good.
Yeah, that didn't sound good at all.
That did not sound good.
Oh, what,
I
hold
would. Hey, we're live, pal.
on. Let's clarify. I will be on your show later.
Go ahead, culture. Go ahead.
To be fair, I just when Dermy's involved in that, I just wait and then wait for you guys to be done. But look, Indiana Jones is an A-level character. He's just shy of S tier, and the reason is, for all of the wonderful things the first 3 films gave us, it gave us 2 more films. And that, while that, can be partially blamed on Harrison Ford or perhaps even George Lucas and maybe even Spielberg to some extent, what was brought to us in the 4th and 5th editions really brought the performance of the character down. And the fact that the actor allowed for that to happen is even more disappointing. And not being able to, stick the landing in the most recent film is probably the greatest flaw that this character has, and it has nothing to do with the character itself. So this is definitely an A-level character. I flirted with B, and that's a shame because Indiana Jones was one of my favorite characters of all time until the last 2 films. And I would have been able to forgive it the 4th film, but this last one was just devastating. So anyway, I didn't mean to cut anybody off or jump in on somebody else's jam, but yeah.
No, dude, you're here to talk.
Okay.
Where are you at, man?
I'm S tier with this character.
Wow.
I'm S tier with Indiana Jones. I don't. There's only 3 movies. I don't know what you guys are talking
Right?
about. This 4th and
I feel you on that
that you
one.
speak of. There's no such thing. There's a trilogy of these movies.
Dude, come on. Denying reality is one thing.
I know. No, look, no. I honestly, for longevity, I mean, the character has the longevity, originality.
True.
Yeah, it could be that's obviously it's questionable at best. X Factor, I would say it's an everyman that outside of the last 2 movies is like Ryan's vulnerable. He's like an accessible type character. You know what I mean? He's not somebody who is this larger than life type. You know, it's not a Arnold type character from any movie he was in, including Kindergarten Cop. But no, I have to put. It's difficult because of Crystal Skull. I want to go S tier. I really do. That's like knee jerk reaction with this character is S tier.
I know.
But
I want it. I love it so much. I feel you, dude.
I know. I guess I could compromise myself and because I do have to acknowledge that the Crystal Skull and this last one that I'll never see ever and be fine with that exists and go A. I'll go A.
Okay, we mostly got A. I love that. You're right. Think of how many people got into archaeology just because of that first movie.
And
Even
were very
though
disappointed with what it was.
Yeah, they're all like, wait, I don't get to find these magical treasures. And it's no, you sit here with a brush going for 40 hours straight so you could get one pot shard out of the ground. Okay.
All right, it's not that bad, Devil. Somebody who studied archaeology, it's not that bad.
My brother-in-law is a paleontologist. Yes, it is that bad.
All right, it's only mildly that bad.
All right, next up, Martin Riggs. I gotta love this character. Is just like John McClane is. I love.
I'm gonna have to go with B for the same reason as John McClane. And I love Martin Riggs. I love the Lethal Weapon movies, but I feel like getting shot, getting stabbed. It's like, ugh. You know,
I gave you admin. I can't kick you, but okay.
Well, my apologies. I could just do this.
Bye, Ryan.
I kicked myself. I keyed. Tina says S. No,
Yes,
I feel
Tina.
you, Tina. I feel you, Tina. I would pick S for every character in here that I love, but it just can't.
But the last movie did hold up better than the last movies of Die Hard.
That's
I mean, the
kinda what
fourth
I'm
one
thinking,
wasn't.
man.
It wasn't as good as the first two, but
True,
it
but
still wasn't horrible.
the believability is low on the same level as Die Hard.
Well,
No, because remember they actually played into him being like he started doing just like Danny Glover did in the first one, where he's all, "I'm too old for this. I feel the pain.
Well,
he started acknowledging his age and stuff." So
Jeremy, take his powers and kick him. Look, no, I get
ultimately,
it.
it's your choice. Ultimately, it's your choice.
We have to we have to ultimately take everything into account. You might be able to teeter me to an A, but I feel like it's B.
Fine, I'll have to console him.
And I love all the movies, by the way. I love all those movies.
I think
it doesn't. It does. The reason I say I could teeter to an A is because it doesn't have the drop off like Rambo and John McClane have.
See, Ryan, that's exactly why I would bump him up to an A, is because, like John McClane, there's a certain consistency to the character. I mean, there is a lot of character growth for Martin Riggs, but for those movies, there's a certain consistency to them, like whether or not the believability goes out the window. And I don't believe that it does in Lethal Weapon 4. I think that it gets amped up as action movies do, but it's still, I think, consistent more or less with the world that those characters are in. But that movie was still fun. It was still entertaining. His character was still entertaining, and he was still kicking ass. And I would put John McClane up there, except for the drop off on those movies. I don't think Lethal Weapon really suffered much of a drop off. So for me,
Lethal
Martin
Weapon
is going
4
to
was with Jet Li, right?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, that was probably one of my favorites, to be honest.
Mhm.
Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
it was a great fucking movie. I've recently rewatched all four of them, and they're fantastic, each and every one of them. And there's growth in all of them.
I could definitely teeter to an A.
Well,
and
I'm
for
going
a lot
with
of the
A,
reasons
so.
that you're saying, Samuel. I could definitely really bump it up to
With Indiana Jones, before we go any further, did I by accident put him on A? What was everyone's choices?
No, it was
I
A.
can't remember.
It was A.
Okay,
A.
I just, for some reason, I'm all like, I remember ETEP saying S, and I was all, did somebody else say S? And so he's supposed to be an S. And
I was the only one who landed solidly on S. It ended up in A.
I
All right,
tried
I
that.
just want to make sure I didn't fuck up somewhere.
No,
No,
that's good. Okay.
God damn it!
I
wanna
might not
address
have been
this.
clear enough.
Fucking Dermy worm. Listen, it took 4 people to argue Ryan
Brian,
that
Brian,
Dragon Ball is.
ignore Dermy. Ignore him.
I was
Feeds off your
told-
anger.
I was told to bring up the chat. Dermy thinks that
Yeah.
Dermy
Dermy's
just for the
Dermy.
rec. Dermy thinks that Paranormal Activity is an S tier movie, by the way. So there's that. Oof.
He automatically broken.
I
Look at
heard
you,
the oof.
he's about to
Oof.
spit.
God damn.
Choke
Like,
slam him.
I mean, I like some canon films and shit too, but I'm not under the illusion that they're by any means fucking high art. I mean, fuck, bro. God damn.
I'm
Okay,
gonna go with Samuel. I'm gonna bump it to an A. So yeah, let's go.
Okay, so we got 2 A's. So ETEP culture, where you guys feel about Riggs?
Go ahead, culture.
Really want to make this an A-list character. I really do. Everybody makes great points. This film did manage to stay. There are these series of films managed to stay consistent. You can't say that about a lot of action films, especially action stars. I mean, obviously, Tom Cruise, et cetera, et cetera. I feel like if you're gonna give Indiana Jones A, which I still question your sanity, folks, you gotta you clearly have to put Martin Riggs at the in an A level tier, just below S. There are 3 brilliant films out of the 4, and I enjoyed every one of them. They all had very consistent plot lines, but then there's a point at which there's parts that you called out earlier, gentlemen, that it's just some of the stuff it gets a little or was a little unbelievable. I can tell you right now, if your feet are in some water and somebody hits you with a car battery, you're done. So, and that was the first film.
Not if you're Martin Riggs.
I was gonna say.
So,
All right,
but no,
ETEP.
it's an A. It's an A.
It's a ETEP. You feel the same way, or
The only problem I have with this is it's difficult for me to put Martin Riggs ahead of John McClane. That's the caveat for me is, and you look at some of the things. Oh, was it Lethal? I'm trying to think which Lethal Weapon movie it was where they had the fight in the half trailer with the Visqueen.
that's the
going
four.
down the highway. That was the Miss me with that shit, pimping. I mean, was it a cool action sequence? Yes. Is it believable? Not really. You got people bouncing off plastic. I've been in those things. I know how strong that is. You throw a 230-pound guy against it, you're going through this shit.
Yeah, they're stapled up. They're not.
Those are staples. Those are like your regular. Never mind. We're not going to get into construction grade staples, but no. God, I don't want to say A, but I mean,
I bounce back and forth too, dude. I bounce back and forth.
know.
Like I want to say A, but it's like the B, but it's like that's why I kind of gave it a B plus. I wish there was a middle ground.
It's with the 4 Lethal Weapons and what is there 5 Die Hards. It's like slightly.
Yep.
The diminishing returns are slightly less than Die Hard, so I guess that will be my deciding factor on why I'm giving it an A. Martin Riggs character.
So 3 A's. We're going up A. And at the end, if you guys want to adjust anything, you can. So if you want to reconsider anybody on the list being up or down, you will get that chance. We don't set it in till we set it in.
Devil, you're gonna have a rough morning. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh, is True Pop upset too?
Yeah, why on earth is Indy not an S?
I get it, dude. I'm right there with you, but
I feel you too.
I got outvoted.
We got to be realistic, and it's double tough. It's double tough.
Okay, next up, the T-800 Schwarzenegger. You obviously villain in the first one, but became the hero in every other one. So how do you feel about the T-800 and his performance?
We're taking out of account the fact that it was a different machine in each one, right?
Yeah, I mean, however you guys want to. It's your choice how you judge. Like I said, just
Okay.
Jeremy, are you drinking?
What did I tell you, Ryan?
Well, I gotta highlight the chat.
He's not the only one in the chat.
I know. I highlighted True Pop. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with A T800. Easy A.
Where are you guys? Samuel?
I love those movies. I do. I love Schwarzenegger's performance as the T800 every time he shows up, even in the really bad ones. You know, it's but there's, aside from like in each movie, like Terminator 2, there's definite character growth because, you know, they're designed with a learning CPU and all that stuff. But because it's a different machine each time, I was like, I don't really see. I mean, obviously he's instantly recognizable and the longevity is there for it. But I would probably, the machine itself is not the focus of those films. So I'm going to drop him down to a C.
Okay. What about you guys? ETEP culture?
I'll take this one and I will go. Yeah, the character is not the focus of every movie. He's got a. I'm trying to think. Was he in? Yeah, he was in the third one, The Rise of the Machine.
Yeah, he's been in every one.
He was fighting the Chris. Yeah, he was fighting Kristana Loken.
Yeah.
In that one, which is probably the hottest female Terminator.
Inflatable boobs.
Oh yeah. Oof.
Yeah. But no, this one I would say B. I would go B, even with like Dark Fate, which was bad, but you still got to see some decent shit, even though they made him an interior designer. I'll put him in a B.
Oh, I didn't see that movie. Did they make him an interior designer?
Yes, they did.
Oh God. All
Where are you,
right,
culture?
come back to me. I'm gonna have to reevaluate.
Crap. Because of the last treatment of this is a problem. See, we all of these things have now been tainted by modernity.
You have to asterisk them.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly. This is like the Barry Bonds like thing at this point. So, I mean, I'm looking at this going, this is a B level because of what's been done to him. Clearly falling off a cliff with making him a drape person, an interior design person specialized in drapery. I don't know.
That makes me teeter on a C. Because I actually was okay with Terminator 3.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't the greatest, but I really like Terminator Salvation. That's the one with Christian Bale, right? Salvation.
Yeah.
I like Salvation. And so I mean, if we're talking about Terminator 1 and 2, I'm gonna say S tier, but I didn't know about the interior design thing.
I like Salvation too, man, but T800's barely in it.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna have to drop it to a C, Samuel. I think you were actually probably pretty spot on.
Hey, look, man, if we're talking Terminator, if we're talking like Sarah Connor, I would bump it up to A easy. But we're just talking the machine. It's basically
The machine,
like moving
yeah,
set dressing.
Sure, and it's Schwarzenegger's least impressive role, honestly. I'm struggling between a B and a C here. I'm gonna say B, but that's me.
So how many B's and how many C's do I got?
I'm a C.
See,
I got a B.
So that's 2 C's, and then Ryan, you were gonna change yours to a C?
No, I was one of the C's. So I believe it was Culture, you're a B, and ETEP, you're a B, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
decision.
So it's
Yeah,
B?
split decision. So it's up to you there, Devil.
Oh. Ooh.
That's all right.
The
Work,
second
motherfucker.
one, yeah, the second one was so good. I would have to put it towards the upper end. So I'll put it in the B. I know Dermy would give it S because cyborg butts drive him nuts, but I'll give it a B.
Hot take, real quick. The Terminator is a self-contained movie that requires no sequel, and is my favorite of the franchise.
See, T2 is my favorite.
Yeah, I like T2.
Yeah, I like T2 a lot, but it's unnecessary.
Yeah, that's very true.
I see your point. I see. I mean, I do. I see your point. Tolbert says, y'all need some member berries. Yeah, we probably need a lot. I'll just say that.
Next up, Neo, The Matrix. How do you guys feel about Neo, the chosen one?
See,
D.
As a standalone film, the first film, there would be a no-brainer. Yeah.
Oh
S2,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But
because
then
of everything else, D.
Yeah, then we got 3 films that made me question reality.
And that last one, number 4, was so horrendous that I would rather
It was dog duty.
they lost me at the Million Smith fight in the second movie.
Yeah.
Gosh, C, maybe D. I might be talked into a D, but to C,
I'm
for
thinking
sure.
D. Tina Bojan says D again because of believability.
Yeah.
Okay, so far we got D and somebody said a C, right? So we're in here. I mean here.
I'll go with D. Honestly,
D.
I think that first movie stand out. I think that Keanu Reeves is fantastic in that role, and I really do like that. But I think every single movie that comes after that just fucking taints it.
Yep.
What about you, ETEP? D or C? You in there?
D.
D.
First movie's great. After that, they're just as off the rails as the Wachowskis are. It's yeah. I mean,
Speaking of D,
yeah. But no, I liked the first one. The second one, I was like, the third one, I'm like, why? And then I knew that, when I learned they're making a fourth, I'm like, I have no interest in this. This is like Crystal Skull. It just, to me, I'm like, whatever.
It doesn't matter really how good of you play a character if the movie itself is so badly flawed and stuff. Like I said, I like Neo as a character, but the movies really didn't do the character justice. Okay, Mad Max. How do you guys feel about Mad Max? Or not Mad Max? Why am I Mad Max? Dirty Harry.
Dirty
Harry. Dirty Harry. Sorry,
why is Mad Max wearing a brown suit?
I was like,
Okay,
hold on. When was Mad Max taking place in a fucking office building?
They wear seersuckers in Mad Max.
Yeah, and I have to jump in here because I got to bail, but I'm just going to say this.
I was just going to say.
Dirty. Yeah, and I apologize. I really wish I had 2 hours to give to this because this is a lot of fun, and I'm going to come back and watch the balance of it because I still think it'll be going for 3 hours. But anyway, Dirty Harry is a B-level character, up, down, and sideways. Every single film, much like the Death Wish series, were very solid and did a good job breaking down, society at large and how things could be dealt with. And it kind of inspired justice. The great Tom Connors could come in here and tell you exactly why Dirty Harry kind of shifted culture in this country, because we're suffering under the weight of things that are going on similarly right now. But this is definitely a B character, possibly higher, but I'm going to stick with a firm B on Dirty Harry. And with that, thanks for having me, gentlemen. I had a great time. I will be available hopefully to join in the future. Thanks for having me.
Yep.
Thanks, see you, buddy. Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, after we're done with Dirty Harry,
I'm going with B.
I got it right second time. B, you're going with B?
I'm going B.
I was gonna send the link. Maybe Tina, did you want to jump in?
Tina, come on in.
Yeah,
bring Tina in.
Okay, let me send her the link. So you guys, keep discussing. We got 2 B's so far on Dirty Harry.
I'm going with the B for the same reasons that Culture did. I think that I think it's obviously very recognizable. Is it over the top? Is the believability? I mean, these are things that we have to take into consideration, which is probably why we don't have anything necessarily in S tier yet. Or there probably be, my personal opinion, I would have probably put 7 of the last that we've discussed in S tier. But I'm gonna go with B.
I think probably good. I would. Yeah, I would have to agree with the B because I'm not as familiar with these movies. I didn't grow up watching. I mean, they were around. It just wasn't, something that I saw when I was growing up and all that. But culturally, I am aware of who Harry Callahan is.
Yeah.
And if movies that I have never seen have had that kind of impact on my life, then I'd say, yeah, he's at least a B.
Eats up.
I have a ex-cop Marine father who is a huge Clint Eastwood fan. And yeah, this movie I saw it, I haven't seen it in years, but I saw it as a kid enough times to know it's influential character. Absolutely. I'm gonna go B. I'll go B. I can't go A. I'll go B. I like the character. I'm going B on this. This is a solid B character.
I think so too. Tolbert says Dirty Harry is the gigantic gun reference. Yes, everyone knows he is an A. Well, I wouldn't say everyone knows. And El Devil's still behind the scenes. Tina says I wouldn't qualify to vote on a lot of the remaining characters as I haven't seen those movies. That's fair. I can live with your B. Okay. All right. So B. Devil, you have to talk to be able to announce the next character. You're muted.
And sorry, I totally forgot. I'm sitting there like, okay, we'll just do it with 3, and then that's when you guys made me aware I'm muted and I'm retarded. Okay. So next we have Mad Max. The right Mad Max. Okay, how do you guys feel about Mad Max? Nobody has an opinion.
No, I
probably
I'm trying to figure out how to formulate it.
C.
I will say a C just because I'm not as familiar with the movies. I haven't seen them as much as the other ones that we've went over thus far. Not as impactful on me. I mean, I know it's a very culturally relevant movie still. I mean, we just got another, of course, what was it, the Fury Road or whatever a couple of years ago.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's what I hear from people who love the original, and it's like I'll just go with a C. I really don't have too much to say. I'll go C.
How many franchises, just for the record, is Charlize Theron going to ruin?
It's not like she did it single-handedly, but
no, of course not.
She's the J.J. Abrams of actresses.
It all started when she had sex with Sean Penn.
I think it's more she's the Summer Glau of movies.
Yeah,
every time Summer Glau's in a TV show, it gets canceled.
You know what's funny is that both actresses are actually very competent.
Mm-hmm. It's not their fault; they're just cursed.
Yeah, something.
But for Mad Max, like the first movie, I think, with the exception of the villain Toe Cutter, is pretty forgettable. And Toe Cutter, by the way, the guy who played him is the same actor who played Immortan Joe in Fury Road. But the second movie, The Road Warrior, is where Max really becomes like a character defined in his own right. Like the first movie, he's pretty generic. He's a cop who's on a revenge quest to avenge his family, and there's nothing else beyond that defines him. But in the second movie, where he's coming out of this nuclear wasteland, and he's trying to figure out who the hell he is, and by the end of it, he does, which is who we see in the third movie, Beyond Thunderdome, where he's kind of redeemed a little bit of his humanity. But I think that there's a lot there that's worth watching. And for me, that second movie, the Road Warrior, is like fucking top tier of post-apocalyptic drama. But so I would probably put put Mad Max in C though, because while everybody like Dirty Harry, they know the name, it just doesn't have that same kind of cultural impact. It doesn't have that same kind of resonance or rememberability. So C.
C for you. Where were you guys?
I think Ryan said C.
Ryan said C. And ETEP, you feel the same or?
Yeah, I'm good with C on that one.
Okay, we got C. Okay, next up, Maverick. How do you guys feel about Maverick? You know, with the second movie being such a success and stuff, I think that would move him up for me, but that's just me. But I thought he was always a great character.
I haven't seen the second movie.
What's wrong with you?
I just didn't make time for it.
Same.
No. And the first movie I haven't seen in probably 25 years.
S, 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 and S.
Pete Mitchell, S.
S. Hard S. Not even close. Not even. No, not even close. Literally, Top Gun, Maverick, Pete Mitchell. Both movies have been incredible. The second one was better than the first one. The character was not assassinated. His morals or anything like that. It stays true to the lore. It's S tier.
I mean, whatever you want to do. Like I barely remember the guy because, like I said, it's been 25 years since I saw Top Gun, and I never did watch Maverick. So I honestly don't have a lot I can say about where I think he should go on this.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, S, 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 and S, and S.
ETEP, so you're okay with S?
I'm okay with S. Having seen the first movie, not in a long time, but I have seen the first movie multiple times. Great movie. The second one, haven't seen it, but I do know the way the reviews were, the money the movie made, the way it was received, the success it had. This is S tier. I'm absolutely fine with that.
Yeah, and I do like the believability because it was a movie that was based very much in, at least I think in reality, they did do a lot of stuff where they checked into how the jets worked and stuff. So it wasn't, but that's just what I've heard. I don't know. Some pilot might be like, yeah, no, kiss my ass, but I don't know.
No. I've watched pilots that have, actual fighter pilots from the Navy and Air Force and stuff like that review the movie, and they give it a top notch. And I can actually, provide it to you guys, but no, it's S tier all the way. Because the way the weapon systems work are almost exactly spot on. They're not quite spot on, because sidewinders are actually they're radar locked weapons. So I mean, there's a little bit of an issue when it comes to the Su-57, which is the hold on, I want to highlight Alf here real quick because he hasn't commented. But realistically, a 60-year-old will not be flying fighter jets. He would have been forced out. Well, yeah, that's
you got to figure that'd be pretty hard on an old man pulling G's.
Yeah. Have you seen Space Cowboys? That's not true.
I'm not saying.
James Garner.
You guys know how a flight suit works, right? It applies pressure to all to push it towards your heart.
No, I don't.
The look is somebody who was in the military and who has a love for flying. The mechanics are solid. Are they perfect? No, but that's the most minor of the issues. This is probably the first character that has not been assassinated. This is the first character that's
very true.
That the mechanics of the movie work solidly. The F-14 Tomcat is a real fighter jet. They used real fighter jets in said movie. The Top Gun Maverick, they used the FA-18 Hornet. And it all works solid.
And I would imagine the cocky character he plays, that seems like how pilots are probably. Mm-hmm. They're probably pretty cocky just being the pilot. So, all right. So we got an S for him. Next up, James Bond. Now this one's kind of hard because plenty of people have played him, and people have differing opinions on how the character was played and everything. I
can do it
put
short
Sean
and
Connery because come on.
Yeah, I
Obviously.
can do it short and sweet, man. As far as the character and the franchise and all that, in terms of the actors, I'm going to disregard that all entirely because, like you said, so
Yeah,
many different people have played him. In terms of longevity, S
Oh,
tier.
yeah.
In terms of originality, S tier. Believability is going to drop it down to a D for me, but for my X factor, he is a very snappy dresser, so I'm going to split the difference and call him an A.
I would actually agree with all that. But I'm gonna say A because of the in between.
Okay, so we got 2 A's. ETEP, how do you feel?
I'm an A with Bond and Connery's Bond. Absolutely. I'm
Okay.
perfectly fine with that.
All right, so A for Mr. Bond. Okay, next up, Conan.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
Yeah,
Big fan
I
of Robert E. Howard, and
I love some Conan, but I'm gonna go with C.
I gonna probably agree with you. I might push it up to a B, but because the Conan appears in 3 movies if you don't include the remake, so there's that too. But he was also in Red Sonja, but they couldn't call him that because of licensing rights. But it was Conan of Samaria.
Yep.
And as much as I like Red Sonja, it's a fun movie. It's fucking terrible. And Conan the Destroyer has a lot of similar problems to it. The only one of that trilogy of movies that was actually S tier was the first one, Conan the Barbarian, and it was a thing of beauty. And then you got the remake, which is pretty forgettable and all that stuff. But as much as I personally love that character, I probably drop him down to at least a B. Just those movies weren't great, and the character wasn't portrayed very well.
No, I'm going with C. So we have a B and a C. ETEP.
I'm going C. I don't have much of an attachment to this character. I like the first 2, your 2 movies. And then Red Sonja, yeah, that movie's ridiculous. But Bridget Nielsen back in the day, look, let's be honest.
Oh, she's
what
so hot.
was nothing better than seeing her as Red Sonja. Yeah, she's gorgeous. But yeah, this is for me, I'll go C.
Okay, so we got C for Conan.
That hurts my heart, but it's true.
All right, Dominic Toretto.
It's all about family.
Yeah,
Oh,
familia.
I would have said A if he would have included the probably the first 3 movies, but I'm gonna drop it to D.
He's not in the 3rd movie.
Well, no,
It's not in the
no.
second one.
Tokyo Drift is considered the finale, so to speak. When I say the 3rd movie,
It's titled The Fast and Furious 3 Tokyo Drift.
No, it's titled Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift.
Then they
That's
must have
all-
changed that because when I went to see it in the theaters, there's a big old fucking 3 on the poster.
Well, then yeah, they must have retitled it. So I'm going with D. And I love these movies, by the way. As a car guy, I love these movies. The first 2 was all about cars. Everything else is about submarines and going to space, and you're like, dude, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm telling you, man. The only way that this franchise is going to win me over again is if Dom Toretto drives a fucking, laser firing like GTO off the nose of a Tyrannosaurus into orbit.
You know where it should have fucking ended? 7. When Paul Walker died. Leave it alone.
Killed it at that point.
Beating a dead horse. It's a D.
Yeah, I'll concur with that. I know that they're massively popular, but as far as since we're ranking the action hero characters, first of all, I'm not sold on Dom being the action hero of that series. I think Paul Walker was, but if we're going with him, all anybody really knows about him is that he's beefy, he drives fast cars, and he says family a lot.
Yeah, he's all about family. Keeping in the family.
Yeah.
Okay, so ETEP, you're on D2, or
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I
not
know
sorry
you guys
on the
share
chair,
a look,
but
so it's
I
like
got juvenile there for a second. My apologies.
I'm D for Dominic. I'm not a fan of this franchise really. Like I made it through the first two movies because like what Ryan said, the car stuff, but I'm not into like import tuners. I'm more of like a muscle car kind of guy. But
yeah.
Me too.
you know,
Yeah.
he's not much of an action hero. He's just a big guy who drives cars. And after the movie started going crazy with flying dragon safes behind Dodge Chargers, like
Yeah.
I worked for Chrysler. I know what the rear ends of those cars are, and they can't haul a fucking safe. Trust me. Your
Yeah.
V6 Charger ain't a sports car, bud.
Nope.
8 or 9
That's
ton
a,
safe
that's
being
a
dragged.
sedan. Yeah, that's not. Those cars are not going to do that. You would be missing axles, and let's not get into semantics. But
Yeah,
no,
I was about to say
just
a Honda Civic would hold up better.
yes.
But he
Yeah.
fought the Rock.
Well,
And,
Yeah,
and the Rock
and The Rock
submitted to
has a-
China, but
yeah. Damn it, Dwayne.
I'd probably get him a
D-Wayne.
higher rating if Dom fought the surf sharks or the street sharks or whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah. I'm going with D though.
Okay, so ETEP,
Yeah.
you're on D. Cool. All right, D
Dom
for
gets the D.
Dominic. Okay, next up, Dutch from Predator. How do
Dutch
you
was
feel
in a
about
single
him?
movie,
Yeah,
but he was awesome in that movie.
Yeah, that's the thing.
yep.
I think he did make. Did he make a guest appearance in any of the later ones?
He
like-
did not.
the
He's
last one?
referenced
No.
in some of the. He's referenced in some of the comic books that are about Dutch's brother because he disappears after that movie. The government disappears him when they put him in the helicopter. Nobody sees him again.
Mhm.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. But no, he's referenced, but he never makes another appearance. And
Yeah,
and,
so he's just in the one movie.
Yeah.
and so because of that, I'm gonna say S.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the other movies don't impact him. He's not a part of them, so I'm gonna say S. Yeah.
Predator is nearly a perfect movie. Dutch is nearly a perfect, leading muscle-bound man in that movie, and I got no complaints about Dutch whatsoever. I think One and Done was probably the only way to go with that character, and they did it perfectly. So
Yep.
S.
Yeah, he's God tier. S.
Okay. Dutch is S. Okay, next up, John Wick, one of the new blood. How do you feel about John Wick?
Mixed.
B. I'm gonna say B. It's definitely hokey. I would say that I say the franchise stays true to the character. And of course, the movies are pretty much all pretty solid, but it's the hokiness that would, in my opinion, that would drop it from an A to a B.
Yeah, and that's as far as the character of John Wick goes, like him kicking ass, him doing what he does is really the only reasons I have to go to see those movies anymore. I loved the first movie. I think it's fantastic. The second movie I liked a lot. Third movie, it started to fall off for me because the believability factor starts to go out the window when you find out that the High Table is this, massive organization that spans all of time and the globe and all this. It just becomes ridiculous. I haven't even seen John Wick 4. I haven't gone out of my way to see that at all. I will watch the first one over and over again, and I think that the character is being lost in the rapidly expanding world building that they're trying to do. So I'm gonna go with probably B for John Wick because I do like the character, but
I do too.
As far as all the other stuff goes, I think it weighs him down.
I'd just like to say for the record, real quick, the third movie, there's a whole lot of gratuitous dick biting by the dogs, and that's unnecessary. Okay, all right.
the character who has the dogs in that movie, Halle Berry, is 100% unnecessary to that fucking plot. There was no reason for
Agreed.
that character to be in the movie.
Dermy it's S tier, so I'm gonna get a bunch of shit for that. But okay, so what did people say? I got a little confused.
Two
Did
Bs.
you guys? Two Bs?
ETEP is the I'll say
A nice pair of bees.
I have never seen any of the John Wick movies. I have seen I clipped together scenes and made a short of Keanu Reeves dialogue from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and put it over John Wick scenes. I've never
Jeremy's
seen
gonna
any of
be
the John
up
Wick
your
movies.
ass.
I've got my gold stashed up there.
I guess so ETEP is kind of a null point on this one.
Yeah.
Is that the way it works, Devil?
Like I said, it's you don't have to have seen him. It's just your opinion. On
Okay.
it. If you
All
think
right,
it's a stupid looking character, that works too.
Okay, so from what I've seen of the movies, as far as like watching scenes, because I've done a lot of that on YouTube. Like I said, I haven't watched the movies, but I'm aware of the character. You know, somebody killed his dog, and so for 4 movies, he's gone on a killing spree. Okay, so he's basically Jason Voorhees without the hockey mask, and yeah, the dick biting. But no, I don't.
A lot of dick biting.
Yeah, see, God, believability on from what I've seen, some of it, it looks. I know he did actual training for this, you know, with tactical training. I know, but it's the manner in which the goons attack always throws me off in these, because it's like I'm a professional wrestler. It's like waiting for moves in a match, which is choreographed the same way. It's like stunt people. It's like, okay, so goon number 1 has a gun, and instead of standing back for 8 to 10 feet, he's going to charge in and try shooting at you at close range, get dispatched. And then while the other idiot goon number 2 just sits there and goes, I wonder what's going to happen to him. Oh no, he threw him over a balcony. I better attack him. Like, I don't know. It's like somebody could have double tapped him in the back of the head in the first movie and just
like why aren't they all firing at the same time?
Right? Like one barrage of bullets and this movie's over as soon as the opening credits. I mean, for what it's worth, I'll go with a D on this one.
Yeah, that would be true for the first movie. He gets a bulletproof freaking 3-piece suit in the second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay,
like
so
I
we
said,
got
it gets
2 Bs
progressively. Yeah.
Anyone wants to change that?
No,
you know, I think
no.
ETEP kind of won me over a little bit. I'll drop it to I'll drop it down a rank.
Okay, so we got B, C, and D.
Yeah.
So are we
Well-
tied again? I guess.
My cynicism.
No, I forgot about the bulletproof 3-piece suit. It's a C.
Okay. Sean wakes
Like it just gets more and more ridiculous as it goes on, and it kind of loses.
Yeah,
what it
I
was,
still
which was
forgot
what
about
made it
that, too.
special.
Okay, next up, we got shit. What's his name again?
Barney Miller.
Barney
Barney
Miller.
Ross. Barney Ross, not
Barney
Barney
Ross from The Expendables.
Well, I don't know,
C.
Fred.
C.
See,
I would, yeah. Those movies are a lot of fun, but they don't hide the fact that they're as ridiculous as they are. They kind of embrace the ridiculousness. It's part of the world that
Charm.
they're in.
Yeah.
But
They're
yeah,
fun, but they're not great.
it's
so.
essentially all of the great old action heroes like lumped together in one movie for one last ride because they know they're all going out. So
that's gone on for 4 or 5 rides now.
yeah, pretty much. There's comic books and all kinds of shit going on with that. But so yeah, I'll go with C.
I'm good with C on this too. Yeah, it's a bombastic action movie that believability is meh, but yeah, it's a C.
You feel the
Yeah.
same way, Ryan?
I mean, they're fun.
Yeah,
I said C. I was
absolutely.
the first one to say C.
Okay. All right. Then Barney's a C. Okay, The Transporter. Now, it's been a while since we've seen a movie from him, but I
There were
remember
3
I
of
liked
them,
the
weren't there?
first 2, I believe. Yeah, I believe there was 3 altogether.
A.
You lose me with the believability. I think it was I can't remember which one it was in. It was the second or third one, but the bit where he flips the car over and uses a magnetic crane to pull a bomb off the bottom of it, and then he
Oh, I
lands on the
forgot
ship.
about that.
Like,
Okay.
it gets goofy as shit. But
Okay, I forgot about that. God bless it. Okay, I've seen all of them. Star wise, I mean, character wise, yeah, it's his character is solid. It's a simple character. He has a simple job. Jason Statham does a great job. The action is great. It's not like his character goes over the top, above and beyond. Obviously, he's a martial artist expert, but yeah, that I forget about some of the cinematics and the stunts. I might drop it to a C because of that.
Jason Statham, it seems like every one of his characters he plays almost the same. He's one of those actors that all of his characters are kind of the same feel. So if you like Jason Statham, you'll probably love the character. But me, didn't hit as hard. I did enjoy the first two movies, but
Dermy, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Fuck Dermy. Is that the character in the Transporter is a generic character. You could swap that character out for almost any other character from any action movie franchise, and it wouldn't really alter the film very much. The character himself is pretty freaking generic. He was a lot more entertaining and original and well thought out, I think, in Crank, for example, than he was in a Transporter movie. So I would probably go with the C because of the ridiculousness and because of just the blandness of that character.
Okay, so we got
the woman with her nipples out in the second movie will not save it.
Wait. Okay, so you're talking about Kate Nauta, the 5'9" blonde in lingerie with 2 pistols and a perfect 6-pack in like stockings. I'm just like, I would pay her to step on me.
Crane bomb. That's all I'm saying.
I would lick her butthole.
Yeah, there's a lot of never mind. Anyway,
Ryan likes to lick buttholes. Don't
shut up, Samuel.
Don't fall into that trap because he will talk about licking buttholes all night.
This character is a D. He's generic. You could have put
having seizures.
Any actor could have played this role and it would have been the same movie. I watched the first two, and the only thing I really remember is the hot chick from the second one. But I literally, it was a fun movie to watch once and then forget about. The character really doesn't have legs for me. It's not something that I'm looking back going like, damn, one of the best action movies I ever saw. And like, not to take anything away from Jason Statham, because I like him as an actor, but in certain roles, it works better. Like in Snatch, he was freaking amazing in that movie. But this was just kind of run of the mill, like you said, generic action. I give it a D.
And there's nothing wrong with what it is. It's a good popcorn flick, but it's not something that's going to stick with you.
Yep. It's not a transcendent generational action movie like Commando or Predator that you're like, or Lethal Weapon that we're looking back at going, we have to watch this still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of an afterthought. You know what? I'll probably actually change to a D because it's an afterthought. I do enjoy the first two movies, but it's mostly Jason Statham in the first movie saying I don't look in the trunk. And then of course the second one is lingerie and titties. So probably D.
Hey, Static, you want to come on? You want to sit for a seat?
Do it.
I continue the thing.
I'd say that you have the character's name on the list here,
Jesus.
Devil. Frank Martin. I had no idea he had a fucking name.
Right.
I had to search for him. So you said D for the Transporter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say D. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna, if Static wants to, I will send him the link, and if he wants to come in, he can. Let me grab that. And
let's start the next character, and then you can send it to him.
Okay. Next up, we have Jason Bourne. God, my mouse is freaking having a seizure again.
D.
Okay.
I'll eat this bitch into the void because
that was my first instinct. But I'm trying to be.
I'm gonna get heat for that one, maybe. But I was like, God,
I think I watched the first one when it came out.
I've seen all of them except for the last one, and not good. I mean, they're fine. They're boring. They're slow. It's just I mean I don't want to let my bias show, but I'm gonna say D. Or I'd put it in the void.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with ETEP here because I saw the first one. I don't think I saw any of the other ones, but
Yeah, they're fine.
it's just like yeah, I like Matt Damon just fine. I just don't care about that character or that franchise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched the first one and my eyes rolled back in my head about 20 minutes into the movie, and I think I saw the first and second one with my ex, and she was like, "I want to watch the third one's." I'm like, "You can go watch it by yourself." I don't.
Is that why you broke up? It was on.
Yes.
That never mind.
Because he didn't have
Yes,
a hard on
we'll
for
just say
Kate
yes.
for
Yeah,
Matt Damon. Matt
but my cousin from Boston. I don't.
What is going on there, Mr. Static 2020? How you doing, man?
Doing well. How are you guys?
Pretty
Good.
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 So are you on board with the void for poor Jason Bourne?
Ooh, is it really the void? I missed the last bit jumping on here.
I
Yeah.
said D, and the other two said the void, but my initial thought was the void, but I tried to give it the benefit of the doubt and
Phil
I bumped it to
The
D.
void is almost ironic with Mr. Bourne.
It's just not
Yeah.
great.
I was D, so I mean it doesn't really matter beyond that. Like, yeah,
Well, there's 2 Ds and 2 voids now, so
So
I will say
I think for the
D.
meme, I'm for the void.
so you're for the void?
Yeah.
Cast
Okay,
him
so
out.
he stays in the void.
the void it is.
All right. So next up we have Olympus Has Fallen. I can't remember his name.
Mike Banning.
Mike Banning.
Yeah, Mike Banning.
You got to keep track of the names. That's Samuel's job from now on. He's the name guy.
What
I'm
doing?
I'm gonna go with B, because Mike Banning is not a character that he's a character that is not assassinated by modern Hollywood. The movies are fun. Are they incredible? No. And is the believability decent? Yes. So I think the funness, but not the over the top of the movies is what keeps it from A. I say B.
Okay. So we got 1B. Where you guys all sit? Everyone else.
I never watched them.
I was saying I don't think I've seen a single one of these.
I've seen Olympus Has Fallen, and what was the second one?
London Has Fallen.
London Bridge is falling down by Fergie. That's right. And then she beat herself. This character's all right. The first 2 were okay. I didn't hate the movies. I thought it was okay. So a couple steps up from the Bourne movies for me. Like I actually enjoyed
It
these.
should have been a one and done. Olympus Has
Yeah.
Fallen.
Yeah.
If they did the first one, that would have been and just stopped. Okay. I C. I'll go C, I guess.
Okay. So we got a B and a C. So where do you guys, Static and Samuel, where do you guys sit?
I'm gonna have to sit out on this one because I
I will go with C just because I've got very little recognizability with this character.
Okay.
That's
C
fair.
He is.
That's fair.
All right. Next up, we have RoboCop.
Mother boy.
Yeah.
I loves me some Alex motherfucking Murphy, man.
Yeah.
B.
Mm.
Don't you do me?
No, the only
Oh
reason
my
he's
God,
not-
Dermy
the
and
o-
I agree.
The only reason he's not S tier is because that series takes a serious downturn starting with the second fucking movie.
I
Oh,
agree.
yeah.
yeah.
But,
It was the first movie. S. Yeah.
Yeah, that first movie was fantastic. The second one, a lot less, and then that third one is it's laughable.
They fly now. They fly now.
and some of them are ninjas.
But the name RoboCop is synonymous with S, but Alex Murphy is not. It's not a name that you say, "Oh, Alex Murphy." What? And if you say,
Alex
oh,
Murphy is RoboCop. Did you not watch that
I-
first movie? At the end of the movie, he's still all cyborged up, and the CEO's
I
like, "Hey,
know, I've
nice
seen
shooting,
the
son.
fucking.
What's your name?" And he goes, "Murphy." I mean, it's the same character.
It doesn't matter because people know the name RoboCop. They don't know the name Alex Murphy. If you say,
I think
"Oh,
you're splitting hairs.
I'm not splitting hairs. I'm being a fucking realist here, bitch."
now we're gonna get to the name calling. All right.
We've officially crossed the Rubicon here with Alex Murphy.
Yeah. Alex Murphy, or RoboCop as his alternative name.
I
Same
know
dude.
what his name is.
I would put him in S tier again, except for the fact that series takes a sharp fucking dive after the first movie. But so I would probably put him because he's extremely recognizable. He's very, very memorable. Everybody knows this guy's name. Like, I think he's got the longevity. It's an original fucking character, right?
Yes.
And a lot of these guys are based on books or based on older films or older TV shows. That one's not. Things are based on him, not the other way around. Very original. And just like for the X Factor, how fucking cool is RoboCop?
The gun that comes out of
I
his
remember
mouth,
playing-
he shot a
I
guy-
remember
he shot a guy in the
Playing with my
dick.
siblings, playing
Yeah.
RoboCop as kids and shit.
So for me,
Yep.
because of the decline in the quality of the movies, I will drop him down to an A.
Okay, so we got an A, and you, Ryan, you said C.
Yes.
Okay, so A and C. Okay,
No.
where do you guys-
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said B. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay,
B.
okay, so A and B. So where do you guys, Static and ETAP, where you guys land?
I'm an A. I love this character. I saw this movie when I was 7 years old when it came out. It's like I said, having a dad that was a Detroit cop, it was unbelievable, yeah, but it was just cool seeing a movie about Detroit cops, is off the wall and crazy as this shit is. He's a badass character. There's no denying that. Yeah, the dude has a
Little
gun
ETAP
out of-
was running around with a metal mixing bowl on his head.
I
Yeah,
had
so was
I had a
Down.
BB gun that looked like his pistol.
Yeah, we
as
had
a
water
kid.
guns that were shaped like that. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And I disabled it so we could, my dad disabled it so it wouldn't actually fire anything. So when we played RoboCop, I could actually use it because he's like, all right, you're not going to shoot one of your
Shoot your
sister's
brother.
fucking eyes out with this thing. I had 2 younger sisters. I'm like, you're going to be the bad guys. They're like, what? And I did have a metal mixing bowl. Anyway, but no, I go A tier with this character, man.
Okay, 2 A's and 1 B. Where are you, Static?
So when I was looking at this list earlier, when I was just watching along, I was thinking, RoboCop is S tier, but I don't know shit. I can't remember a damn thing about RoboCop 2 or 3. So what you guys are saying about them, and that kind of proves I don't think I've watched RoboCop 2 or 3 since the 90s. So I'm willing to drop it to an A.
Okay, so we've got 3 A's.
Yep.
All right, he is an A man. Okay, next
A-man.
up, A man. Okay, next up, here's another one that's been played by a bunch of different people. So just like with James Bond, you might have to kind of separate the different performances and just go off the character. But Jack Ryan.
I think Jack Ryan's a solid B. Solid. Because, everybody knows the name, whether they've read the Clancy novels or not, right? And
Yeah.
they're usually very believably written. They're not super, whoever's playing him, he's not a superhero. He's an agent trying to do his job, and he gets in over his head all the goddamn time, and I think, he's definitely a solid B character.
I think
Good
so, too.
character. Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah,
Agreed.
he's not he doesn't ninja kick the shit out of everyone. He's
No, sometimes he falls ass backwards out of bad situations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
I would still consider it an action show. Movies, and so that's why I put him on there. So it's
Some
So
of the
we got
greatest
1B.
movies ever made.
I love The Hunt for Red October.
Yeah.
that is such a good movie.
It's an
But I'd
incredible
say that's
book.
probably more Connery to it. But
Yeah.
that's such a good movie.
Mr. ETEP.
Yeah, I'm going to B with this one.
Okay.
very, very accurate B on that. No, nothing bad to say about the character.
Static.
So like there's nothing like truly in the middle of this because I'm leaning B because like it's not something that I think of immediately when I think action movies,
Mhm.
but I don't hate it. So it's very middle of the road for me.
Okay. So how do you feel, Ryan? You've been dodging.
I didn't dodge. That was like the second one to say B.
Oh, I thought you were all asking everyone else so you could get out of it.
No.
Okay.
Are you
So we got
drinking?
B.
To be
A little
fair,
bit,
to
little
be fair,
bit.
Ryan, I think Ryan and Samuel kind of sound similar.
Yeah, I think maybe that's why it is because like there's sometimes where I'm all like, I didn't even hear Ryan speak.
That's
Yeah, it's
That's
it's the profile pictures. We got
It's
a little
all-
bit
yeah,
of
that-
gay
it-
matching up going
it
on.
probably is. Hold on. I'll change mine just to be just to kind of like be contrarian
I
here.
ain't taking my pride flag down for you.
I didn't say you would. I said I'll change mine, you dumbass.
Sell out.
You know what? Eat a dick. How about that? How about eat a fucking dick? Giant penis because you're a homo.
Hate when
He's
mom
only
and dad
saying
fight.
that now. Later on tonight, he'll be begging for me to be inside him.
Oh God. All right, look. Is that better?
Right.
I'm not
Okay.
dodging, Dermy. I swear to Jesus Christ, I'm gonna fucking kick your ass.
All right. Next up, Snake Plissken. Is it Plissken or
Plissken.
Plissken? Yeah.
Pliskin.
Yeah, Pliskin. And also, gay. Ryan, it's not gay if I'm the one inside you. So
You know what? Fuck off. How about that? just fuck off. Samuel, I hate you.
I don't.
I'm gonna tell fucking Pearl that you want her on your show. How about that?
Tell her whatever you like. It's not like she'll fucking pay attention to me.
I'll fucking send her the link to your show sometime.
Oh, great. Then I can have 2 horse faces on my panel.
Shit. All right, you win that one. That was good. All right, so Snake, I'm gonna go with B. I'm gonna go with B because I don't think the character has a strong legacy. I think the character's great, but I think the legacy is where it kind of lacks.
Yeah, I'd agree. He's a cult hero. He's a cult
Yeah.
character. You know, he
Yeah.
was very underground. I think his Escape from New York came out, and you know, diehard John Carpenter fans were all over that shit. But let's be honest, how many diehard John Carpenter fans are there really? You know, and I love Carpenter, I do, but the guy's a cult director. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it came out, it came and it went, and everybody forgot about it until Escape from LA came out.
I think the character is so kind of one note. It's not
Mhm.
that it's a bad character. It's just there's not much depth to it. You
It's
know,
pretty shallow, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty
Yeah.
just gruff,
Yeah,
and
you're-
it's like there's
Yep.
Yeah, you just
there's-
get in there for Kurt Russell's performance, really.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
because he's great, but
it's-
the characters, there's not much to the character, like you're saying. Sorry, I'll shut up now.
No, I was just gonna say you to speak to him being a one-dimensional character because I could go with like a B or a C on him because it's almost the same thing with Jason Statham in The Transporter. Kurt Russell made this role, but it's just another action character from an action movie from the 80s. It gained call, you know, you know what I mean? I'm not to downplay Kurt Russell's performance, but he made that role, the character itself.
Mhm.
You know, if you just look at it, there's nothing really there beneath the surface. It's everything
Also,
is surface level,
Just
which
for the
works at times if it's big enough to captivate. But I mean, this is like I think Stag says it's a cult type movie. I'll go B on it.
Yeah.
I'll go with the B because I don't
Also-
dislike it at all.
Also, Dermy, nobody knows that. You know, rarely anybody knows that unless you actually know Metal Gear and Escape from New York, like the lore. Seriously,
I knew it, Dermy, but I don't care.
Yes, I love when Samuel coming in with the zingers.
I do think the idea of making New York into walling it off and making it into just a big jail is actually a really good idea. We should really look into.
And Los Angeles.
And Los
yeah.
Angeles, East Coast and West Coast.
The irony of that.
I think there was a joke about Washington also being walled off in those movies at some point.
Yeah,
They just didn't go there.
That too.
I wish I could say that there was an escape from Washington D.C., but not gonna happen.
There will be
I'm gonna
no
say
escape.
B. So B. Is Static? Did you say B?
I haven't said anything yet.
Okay, my apologies. My bad.
So,
That was the
no,
last
that's
part.
no need to apologize. We're all good. I'm gonna give them an A, and the reason is because I have never seen one of these movies, and I know who this is. I want to see these movies. I've just never gotten around to it. The first band I ever played in was named after, kind of like in the same vein as the movies. The band was called Escape from Lebanon.
Beirut's much more hardcore.
Well,
than New York is.
Lebanon was actually the name of the street the shithead teacher in high school I had lived on.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's a much better.
You had to
context than I was
escape from
thinking.
his house. Oh no!
Just had to get away from him in general.
No,
Static.
No.
But I just think that image, like, I mean, the eye patch is definitely a big part of it, but with the leather jacket, all of it, I think he's an icon.
That's fair.
All right. Well, yeah.
So that's why I went with A.
Okay.
Okay, so we got A, and you said B, Ryan.
Yeah, we have 3 Bs.
3 Bs. Okay, so he is a B. All right. Next up, oh god, my damn mouse. I don't know if I need a new battery or what. Stop doing it. Okay, Blade. In the book.
Wesley Snipes' Blade.
I wasn't gonna put any heroes on the list because I figure they're kind of their own thing, but Blade came out before the whole hero movie shit storm.
I'm gonna go with A because I think that I think the movie stayed true to Blade as a character. The third one definitely falls off. I think that the first one is by far my favorite. It's incredible. Of course, the believability in the supernatural is something that's kind of a hit, but I think that the character actually shows that he is vulnerable in the first movie, right? You know, he gets you know, so I'm gonna go with A.
I'm gonna agree. I want to say S, but that third one knocks it down a peg.
Yeah,
I liked the third movie.
I did too.
I enjoyed the shit out of it. I thought that Dominic, what's his name, guy who plays Dracula, was fantastic in that. I think. Yeah, at least on the level of Steven Dorff from the first one. Now there was a lot of. It also had Triple H, unfortunately, but
the girl.
Yes, it did. In the stupid Pomeranian
or whatever.
No, the good girl. Not the
Jessica Alba.
Oh,
Jessica Biel.
No, it was
Jessica Biel.
Beal.
Beal makes up for a lot of Triple H.
You know what? Yeah, that's
were
gonna
the
bump
star
it back
of
to
that
S
movie.
for me. Jessica Biel bumps it back to S for me.
Oh my god.
I'll go with
Justin Timberlake is
A.
a lucky man.
All right, two A's. Static, you're an S.
Yep.
ETEP.
Oh man, yeah, that third movie is absolute dog shit, but the first two are near perfection. But yeah, you got Jessica Biel is a big positive in the third one. Triple H is a huge negative just because he's a piece of shit and he ruined the 3 Stages of Hell match with Stone Cold Steve Austin at No Way Out 2001. Screw Triple H, piece of shit. And your big stupid nose, and I say that with somebody with a big stupid nose. I'll go A.
All right.
Okay,
I'll
so
go
we
A. 3
got mostly A's. So okay, if my mouse.
Yeah, because cool. Like Wesley Snipes has got that cool factor in fucking spades.
He's incredible.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I should probably rethink how I just put that.
Yeah. He didn't say that.
Not
people.
what I meant, you two.
Memory hole that. All right, Selena from Underworld. Oh God. Out of all the women on here, as much as I fawn Ripley's panties, Selena is fucking so damn sexy. I'd let her do whatever she wanted to me.
Yeah, I know. I've met
Oh, she
Kate
can suck
Beckinsale.
anything she
I've
wants.
met Kate Beckinsale in real life. She is fucking delicious. And even at the ripe age of 45, 46 now. The movies, the first one was incredible. I'm gonna have to go with a B though, because it definitely falls off each movie after the fact.
I thought the second one was good, and I'm not legally able to be in the same room as her, so that's
No, I didn't think you were.
yeah.
I saw the poster, the bolo.
Yeah, have you seen this fat little Danny DeVito character with horns? Keep him away.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, Kate Beckinsale is awesome in person. I think she's a great actress. But yeah, the movies, it's not her fault. It's the fault of the movies. They fall off. So I'm gonna say B.
So
Yeah,
does she even make this list if there isn't more than one of these?
If it was the first one, I would say it's an A tier.
Yeah. But like, is she even considered like
If
an action
if
for
Underworld
not
was
having
just a
such a long
one-off.
run? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I
well,
mean, Underworld's an action movie.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't
Okay.
know if it's
But-
legendary status of action movies. Like, will people remember it for 100 years? Type thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
That's a good that is a good statement. I'm still gonna stick with probably a B, for the same reason though. It's it doesn't hold up as well as it should unless you're a massive fan. So of course we have Underworld 2, the Rise of the Lycans, then of course Underworld I don't even know Underworld Extinction. I think
There
it
are
is.
like 5 or 6 of them now.
I would
It's
say,
like-
how many are there?
There's like 4 or 5.
I think.
Yeah,
I'll
I've
remember
missed
if-
five, too.
including the prequel, which was I think was actually 4.
Including.
I'll remember it for 100
Including
years
shut
for
up,
that
bitch.
for a different reason.
Would you like some flagged lice with that?
Well, you want fries? and then. I'm still with
You
a
know
B. So
I'm giving her a C because it's not better than John Wick.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I think that Celine herself is a very, how do I put this delicately, spankable character. But not a terribly complex one, at least not until you get into the backstory with why she was a vampire and all that stuff. And some of that is, like fine and all that. But as far as an action, the only reason that she stands up, I think, among any of these guys is because she's a vampire. Otherwise, she would have got her shit fucking hammered, And I don't know. I think Ryan's right about the series, the way that the series goes. It just sort of falls off. It gets forgettable. It gets, in parts boring even.
Yep.
And as much as I like Kate Beckinsale, and as much as I like tight pleather clothes, I'll probably put her in C.
Okay, what about ETAP Static? Did you say C, or did you not say anything yet?
Yeah, I said C because yeah, if it was just the first one, easy A, but then it falls off pretty quick after the second one, and she doesn't deserve a grade higher than John Wick.
no,
Okay.
I would agree with that.
I'm gonna go with a D simply because the fact that the whole series is kind of it meanders and falls apart. It's not very memorable. This is more of a cult. It's more of a cult type series. If we're looking at it like that, I mean, I'd put this in D along with like the Transporter. Just kind of it's there to me, and yeah, I've seen a couple of the movies, and it's Kate. I'm not downplaying how hot Kate Beckinsale is, absolutely, but I just she's a vampire, but I don't know. I'm just going with a D.
So
Yeah, I'll give Kate Beckinsale the D.
Kate Beckinsale versus Uma Thurman.
Kate Beckinsale. hands down.
Oh,
Kate
Kate
Beckinsale, hands
Beckinsale,
down.
without
So-
question.
Yeah, which kind of makes me want to put the bride down in the void.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'd be all right with that too.
That kind of makes me want to put Toretto in the void too.
Well,
Give you the option at the end.
yeah.
What about
I
family?
think-
What about
I-
family?
I think I heard a couple C's, so I think it's C. I'll have to console her later on her ranking.
Yeah, her
Since
and
I didn't get
Sigourney.
Ripley.
Yeah.
Since I didn't get Ripley, I'll definitely have to console her many times without her knowing. All right, Rocky Balboa. where do we see him?
S tier.
S all the
S.
way.
S.
Yeah, Rocky Balboa S tier because even with the movies, right? Like 4 gets a little like, and then 5 was fucking terrible. But
I loved
made
4.
Rocky Balboa completely makes up for Rocky 5 completely, and then some. I think that the franchise itself goes through a redemption arc.
Yeah.
Well, and 1 and 3 are just so fucking. I love Rocky. 3. Like,
Fantastic.
Yes.
And he's a brilliant character. He's just a guy, and he wins and he loses and he learns and he loves and he fucks up and he's a very relatable character, and he never fucking gives up.
Yeah.
Nope. It's S tier without question.
Seems like everyone's in agreement. S tier for sure.
Did anyone even bother with the last Creed?
I didn't watch anything.
I didn't watch it.
I
It ain't got Rocky. It's not worth it.
No, I didn't. The last one I watched was Rocky Balboa. I didn't care about Creed.
You know what? The first Creed was surprisingly good.
Yeah, not Apollo Creed, but I didn't give a shit about Michael B. Jordan.
Adonis? You didn't like Adonis?
Yeah, Adonis. Yeah.
What a fucking arrogant name. Shit.
Well, I mean,
It's in keeping. Like Adonis is the son of the god Apollo in Greek
yeah,
mythology.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I know
Dad
why you
was
called him
Apollo.
it, but Jesus Christ, I would never call my kid Adonis.
Not if you want to. I mean, if
Especially
you want to,
turned
if you
out butt
hated him,
ugly.
yeah, you want to give him a complex about it.
Okay, we got Mike. What's the rest of his name?
Brian Mills.
Oh, Brian Mills. God, I'm retarded. Anyway, Brian Mills. Taken. You gotta love that speech. I will hunt you. I will find you.
I have a very particular set of skills.
What father doesn't feel that way? Like you're almost like, yeah, go ahead and take my kid. I want to say that speech.
I mean, I'm a father, so no, but like, don't keep your hands off my fucking kids, or I'll keep it
Same.
simple. I'll just kill you. Also, I didn't memorize the speech, but it's a good one.
So what do you guys feel?
All right, I'm just gonna say B. I can't, and I'm going B because I can't remember anything past the first one. The first one was great and gets him an A, but I'm pretty sure, just like everything else, the sequels just fall off.
I think the first one was B. The last one, the other ones just kind of fall off. It's beating a dead horse, and I'm gonna go with C.
I gotta agree with Deadpool. Like, he's not exactly father of the year if it keeps happening.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, damn straight.
So I would say B, probably because those movies are entertaining. They're very entertaining, and I like watching Liam Neeson kick the shit out of people. But there's like, he keeps letting people that he loves get kidnapped, and I think I'm starting to think he's doing it on purpose, just so he can go kill a bunch of people.
Yeah, at some point you think he'd lock her in a safe
Crazy
room.
psychopath.
Right? Brian Mills is a serial shooter.
Where are you, Etep?
C. First movie's great. After that, it's just I smell shite.
Yeah, I
definitely
feel you on that
shite.
one.
So did I hear mostly C's?
It's two
Yeah.
B's.
Yeah,
and two
I'll
C's.
drop from B to
Oh, it's
C.
2 B and
Yeah.
C.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, so it's C. All right.
Can I make a request? Can we jump to Maximus right now, because I have about 10 minutes and I have to be on another stream.
Okay, let's go Maximus.
Aren't you running the back end of this one?
Yeah.
Well, I'm on a lot of fucking streams, okay? Like, I
Okay,
think Devil can fucking finalize the last. Maximus, S tier all the way. There's one movie that character's incredible. He's vulnerable and fucking it's just it's without question S tier to me.
Is Maximus in the sequel that's coming up?
No, it's
No.
a girl.
Oh,
Which is
of
just
course
bullshit.
it is. Who am I
Shouldn't
kidding?
be.
No,
He
the
died.
sequel has not been made, so it doesn't count.
I was just asking. I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna use it.
Oh,
but-
okay.
Yeah, no, because
I was
it's
just
not the
asking.
Maximus character, so it couldn't be used anyway.
Right. I was just asking if Maximus, if they were actually going to have Maximus in the next one.
They shouldn't.
No.
He's dead.
No, they shouldn't. He's
You,
dead.
you would think. You would think.
You know, they buried him under the Coliseums.
Also, at the same time, I don't think anybody else here is a veteran. I don't know.
No.
You know, but when Maximus actually dies and gives his life, and you know, of course, it's said that he is a soldier of Rome. Honor him, and you know, he is carried. You know, that is a scene that every soldier that I've ever served with in the U.S. Army, many friends, that it really hits home, you know, because you know, he reinstates the Republic, you know, and it's incredible. So I'm gonna have to say S. Sorry, I
will go with S tier too. I think the speech he gives when he's ordered to take off his helmet and turn around cinches it too. You know, it's like, my
It's
name
incredible.
is Maximus Decimus Meridius, husband husband to a murdered wife, father to a murdered son, loyal servant to the true Emperor Marcus Aurelius, general of the legions of the North, whatever. And I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.
Yeah, that is good. Okay, what Static and ETEP? You feel the same?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm actually gonna. I got this on Steelbook, and I'm gonna put that in while I'm making dinner here in a bit.
Okay. Any other one you want to get to real quick, Ryan?
No, I got time. It's only at 57.
Okay.
So I said I was going to be 5 minutes late. So let's do this. I'll just
Okay.
have to probably bounce once as soon as we're done ranking.
Okay, Equalizer. Where do we guys feel on this guy?
A tier.
Yeah,
I love his character. He
Yeah.
is good.
I do too. And
A.
quite, I mean, just he's just such a great actor. I mean, it's
Yeah.
Denzel Washington is incredible. Everything he does, I don't hate anything he does. Even if I hate the movie, his acting is. I'm not a fan of
That's
training.
because he doesn't phone it in. He's always on. point.
No,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
always on point. That man is fucking incredible and one of the best actors in the history of the world.
Absolutely. S tier actor.
The
Awesome.
movie Glory with him is phenomenal.
Hell, go back and watch Mississippi Masala. It's a you know, it's a romance drama. He'll make you fucking cry like a little bitch.
So everyone, we got Ryan. You said A, right?
Hey,
Yeah.
but
A, definitely for Nicole.
I'm an A as well.
Okay, ETEP A.
Yes.
Okay.
If you would have chosen like
A.
Man on Fire or something, I would have said S.
All right.
see, I think
Man
John
without
Q
a
is,
name.
is an S just for the movie though, but and the themes.
All right. Man with no name. Spaghetti westerns. Anybody a fan?
I do like me some westerns.
I don't really watch a lot of westerns, but yeah, I'm not as familiar with the Man with No Name as I am with Dirty Harry, but and I was never really into spaghetti westerns much to begin with, so I don't know how much I give it on this. But I will say that that again, like Indiana Jones, the silhouette with the poncho and the hat is very recognizable, even for someone who hasn't really spent much time in those movies. So,
Yep, I was thinking the same thing. A.
probably put him in A or B. Yeah.
Okay. What about you guys? ETEP?
A. I'm going A. Yeah.
Going A. Yeah, A.
Okay.
I never saw it. I hated westerns as a kid. Being from Arizona, I wanted nothing to do with cowboys for some reason.
No, I feel you. I was born in Arizona, raised in Colorado, but yeah, I enjoy good western. You know, in my advanced 37-year-old.
Yeah, I like them more now. But like, yeah, back when these were on TV and stuff, I was skipping out and playing outside or some shit.
Yeah.
Okay, Captain Jack Sparrow.
See,
That's too low,
Yeah.
Samuel.
no, I don't think it is.
I'm gonna go with A.
I think I'm going C. I agree with Samuel.
I don't think that Captain Jack Sparrow is an action here. He's in
He's
a
an
series of
accidental.
actiony comedies. He's an accidental,
There's
star.
sword
I mean,
fighting
yeah.
throughout the whole thing.
I
You
would
get-
say he's an accidental hero, but I wouldn't say he's an action.
He's more like
hero.
Inspector Clouseau, though.
So
you know,
we
there's
leave it
action
I
in
would,
the Pink Panther
I
movies,
would
too.
agree. Hold on, real quick. Devil, did you put the Jack Sparrow on the list yourself, or did somebody tell you to? Don't tell me it was Dermy.
No, I put him on because there's
Oh,
sword fighting throughout all the movies. I just thought, you know,
I'd say he's an accidental hero.
I don't
I mean,
know
we
if comparing him to Clouseau is fair because he definitely thinks some shit out. Sometimes he's a few steps ahead of everyone else.
Sometimes.
Clouseau things shit out too, but I mean, look, I love Johnny Depp. I love Jack Sparrow. I love the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. I think the worst one is number 4. I love 1, 2, and 3. Even the last one, Dead Men Tell No Tales. I want the finale of 6, but he's not a purposeful hero. Does that make sense?
Right.
He's not a he's not a purposeful.
If you guys
purposeful,
don't- if you guys don't feel that he should be on the list, we can leave him in the void. That's an option.
I don't want to put him in the
That feels
void.
dirty. That feels dirty.
No, because
That's-
you're putting him
yeah.
there not because he deserves to be eliminated, but you're putting him there because you don't think he should be on the list. He doesn't fit the list. That's an option.
I
too.
think that's fair, but I also would really hate to have him on the same level as the bride. So,
I'll say now, does everyone want to agree with Dermy?
What did Dermy say?
Jack Sparrow isn't an action
He's not-
hero.
It's not a cartoon character. Who said that?
Dermy, because you
He's
said
saying
that,
depths
you
of
bring up
that.
a great point. I'm going to move my vote to S.
Yeah,
Ah!
I'm gonna move because Dermy, what you said, I'm moving my vote to S too.
Okay, so we got 2 S's. Really?
Good job, Dermy. You did it again.
You sold me on it, Dermy.
Yep.
But he
just
Static, what are
despite
you?
just despite Dermy, I'll go S.
Static, you do?
No, I'm leaning towards he is.
Static must not know Dermy that well because he would say S.
Oh
too if
no,
he
I know
did.
Dermy. See, I was thinking C. And then Devil said about how like you could put them in the void if you don't feel like they belong, and I really think that that's the case. So I'm a voider.
Yeah, I think that's
You're a
fair. And that's
voider,
where I
that
was
you guys
going
are
with
all
it originally,
S's.
but fuck Dermy, so S.
Yeah, fuck Dermy, so S.
He's gonna bitch about that so bad tonight.
I hope he
Okay.
fucking does because you know what? I'll be in the fucking chat to tell him he's a fucking limp dick bitch.
What time is that
Okay.
happening?
Real quick,
I actually
anything
like
you
Dermy,
guys
I'm
want to
just buckling him.
change. Anything you guys want to change in
Yeah,
last minute reconsiderations? Let's do
Nope.
that real quick, and then you can get out of here.
I would put Bride and Dominic Toretto in the void.
Anyone agree?
Yes.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna stand my ground.
I'll put the bride in the void. Absolutely.
All right,
Static,
well,
you
so
think they should go in there?
I Bride, yes.
Okay.
Toretto, I'm for it with Toretto as well.
Okay.
that's only you're the tiebreaker. You're the tiebreaker there, Devil.
Yeah,
because
you're the
that is me.
tiebreaker on Dom.
Whew. I'll leave him in D. I like the first couple of his movies, the ones
Okay.
he's in.
Do you like him or do you like his cars?
I like him. I
Okay.
I think he kicks the shit out of plenty of people. So I enjoy that. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody in
I think Ethan Hunt should be B.
C? What?
I think Ethan Hunt should go down one.
You think Ethan Hunt should be put into B? Anybody
All right,
else
guys,
agree?
I got to bounce. So
Okay.
I'll because the stream was supposed to start right now, but they gave me a 10
Okay.
I'm sorry, 5-minute window. So I tried to be the best co-host I could be.
You were
So
great,
hopefully
dude.
that worked. Static,
Thank you
great
for
to
sharing.
be on a stream with you for
Hey.
the first time.
It's nice to
Etep,
meet you.
always a pleasure. And Samuel, you know what? Fuck
Absolutely, bro.
Click donkey tail.
Take care, Ryan.
I'll
Talk
see
to
you
later,
guys.
man.
All right.
See ya. Okay, so anybody second Ethan Hunt being shot down one, or
Because I'm not a fan of the franchise, I would
I
move
could-
it down.
So I'm actually a fan of the franchise. I just don't think Ethan Hunt is like, I don't know. Maverick belongs in S. I don't think Tom Cruise does as good as a job with Ethan Hunt.
I don't think he's better than Rambo, John McClane, or Dirty
Yes,
Harry. I'll
exactly.
put him in, he deserves to move down to B in my opinion.
Mhm.
okay, Ethan Hunt to be. Anybody else? Anybody up or down? Take a good look.
I'm pretty happy with it myself.
I think it looks good, honestly.
Okay.
Hold
Then-
on. I'm not done.
All right.
I'm looking at Wick. I feel John Wick deserves to be on the same level as Rambo and McClane. I'm a big believer of John Wick should have only been one movie, and we didn't need the rest of this crap. And I like the other ones. I have them all. I like watching them, but I just feel like the first one would have just been so much better if it was the only one, and the rest of them have just watered down that story. But I think he's definitely the same level of hero as McClane and Rambo for sure.
Do any of you guys second that? Are you happy with where he is?
If it had just been the one movie, I would second it, but it wasn't. So I'm gonna have to keep John where he is. Yeah.
Okay,
I-
Etep, what about you?
I'm fine with leaving him where he is.
Okay. So now do we lock it in?
Yeah, that was my only last chance.
All right. Then save. All right. I'll fill all that out later. So I will remove that. Okay. All right. Well, that's the end of the list. Thank you so much for you guys showing up. Thank you to all of my guests, even the ones who had to leave. Thank you to everyone watching and tuning in. I appreciate it so much. And next week will be the muscle car episode. Hopefully you all still be here for that tomorrow, next week. And thanks for coming. And
I appreciate you having me on, man.
oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Do you guys
Thank
want to give me the opportunity? Anything you guys want to pitch? Anything for people to check into? Etep first. Where do you want to?
Come on over, subscribe. Etepukuian's the place to be. Reviews. We got Monday Night Going in Raw episode 263 tomorrow. Holy shit news on Wednesday night, 8:35 Eastern. Saturday night's main event. Every Saturday, we have live streams. Try to do a morning stream or two every week. And I'm back to producing videos. I got 2 out last week. We hope to get back up to putting 8 to 10 out a week again here within the next couple of weeks when I get my editor back to work. So, yeah, come on over, check the channel out, and subscribe. There's memberships, but you can just subscribe. It's free. It always will be. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate this panel and this chat are amazing. Thank you, brother.
Oh, no problem. And I'm on there Wednesday, so definitely
Yes.
come check it out. All right, Static. Got something? I know
Yeah, come
Thursday I'm
over.
gonna be on show.
Yeah, come sub over at my channel, Static 2020. Devil is going to join us this Thursday for the weekend pregame, where we are going to be talking about spells you can buy off of Etsy. So come check that out. That's going to be a blast because this shit is wild. So yeah, come to the Static 2020 channel and come check us out Thursday at 5:30 Pacific.
Okay, Samuel, you got something?
Sure. My channel is Samuel the Infamous. That's my actual handle. I'm just currently running for president because fuck Mike Pence.
Get it?
And why choose the lesser evil, right? So we do. I do live streams, panel streams throughout the weekend, starting on Friday night. We have one on Saturday, and then we just finished up with our Star Trek stream that we do on Sundays. If y'all are wondering why it sounds like Ryan and I are an old married couple who stopped having sex and are bitter about it, it's because we stream like 18 times a week together. So, but yeah, you can find me over there. Sometimes I'll pop up on other channels here and there.
All right, and I'm gonna throw out the two who had to leave. Check out Culture Casino. He streams multiple times a week. Great channel. He really represents the best of the fellowship and what our spirit of the YouTube really is. He's just a great guy. Check him out. And Ryan, he saved my ass so many times on this channel. I can't say it enough. Go check out his channel. He's multiple channels, not just Legion Gaming. He does Legion teaching. There's literally he has a stack of channels. Check him out and check out he does a show right before this. I was on this week where they talk about Star Trek. Check that one out. They simulcast on his channel. Samuel and Alf does too, right? He shows on his channel.
And so Alf will simulcast it too.
Yeah, so you can check it out on many different channels. And I am Devil Made Me Do It, Nalik3 on Twitter. If you like memes, check it out. And please subscribe and hit the bell and everything for Beelzehub so you can catch all the episodes of Get Ranked. And hopefully see you next week. And thanks for showing up. We'll see you next week. Bye.